Cool, another video, Tom Dark. The title of this video is called Jynxzi's Brutal Breakup Drama. Heard a little bit about Jynxzi, Rainbow Six Siege player, talked about him on this channel a little bit, not really talked, but just referred to him. But now, we're here to talk about what's going on in his life, and it sounds not very good. Before I move forward, I would just like to say thank you to the people who are watching, to the people who make an effort to understand what I'm saying. I know it comes out in a lot of drivel, but I more so appreciate the people who do understand what I'm saying, and if I misunderstand what you're saying in retaliation of mine, then I'm sorry, I'm a little bit ornery. A lot of people just flail and spew a bunch of hateful nonsense that doesn't make any sense, and it's not motivated by reason, it's just emotion. And life seems to be an incessant combating that. Yeah, thank you for watching. And to all the other people who think I'm here to hate, it's like, come on. Listen to what I'm saying. We're here to discuss ideas and beliefs and values and human nature and everything. So, yeah, video by Tom Dark. Is this Turkey Tom's second channel? I have no idea. But let's jump right to it. Not gonna waste any more time.
Jynxzi is the second most popular streamer on Twitch behind only Kaisenat, averaging 70,000 viewers live. And because my brain is literal mush, I think he's hilarious.
All right, Amber, could I get an outfit of the day?
This is the outfit of the day. It's kind of casual. Overdressed.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm overdressed.
Like, do it fart?
Do it what?
He's a young guy, only
I agree. He's pretty funny. A lot of exaggerated yelling humor and such, and I don't know, he's I guess he's also fortunate given his subject matter, because he's really good at Rainbow Six, and I guess Rainbow Six is still a very popular game, and it's maintained its popularity, and he's probably one of the people who continue its popularity because of his personality online. So yeah, don't have any problems with him, but we still got to see what this video is all about, so let's see what's going on.
young guy, only 22 years old. He only got really famous in the past few years. Really the past year or so, I feel like he blew up a lot with people like Sketch behind him. And some of his most popular content is e-dating streams where he pulls in a bunch of girls to call and sorts through them to find his perfect sweetie. Because people find dating, you know, e-dating content pretty funny.
Do it fart?
Now, at one point, he starts dating this girl named Breakup Hill, someone who blew up on TikTok for the thing that seemingly many women are blowing up for, being hot and dancing. And she, you know, is those things. She hangs around a
Thank you for your transparency, Tom. When I point that shit out, people are really angry. Granted, you have a bigger audience of people that support you, so you'd probably face less vitriol for saying stuff like that, but is that a red flag in a girl? If, you know, you have this outlet for accessible means of acquiring attention and a career, whether or not somebody goes through it and how they traverse it, could that be interpreted as a red flag? Because this girl is just doing what she can in order to get ahead with the smallest amount of effort and work. The fact that they choose that, is that an orange flag or a red flag? Because it's just vanity stuff, it's just superficiality. Would that be a reflection of what's going on in here? If that's the type of content, in his case, the girl that he's dating, or at least his ex, did in order to get herself to where she is. I don't know. I would think yes. I guess the same applies to dudes, right? Just take up another example, somebody I watched yesterday, Jack Doherty. If he uses his platform in a way to, not so much because it's the content itself, the vitriol of it, and the anger, but that's a little bit more obvious. Someone like the girl who's just dancing and parading themselves online without necessarily doing anything too substantial, you would think that that's a reflection of, you know, how deep their their mental is, or who they are and their characteristics, all that stuff. But we're not gonna get into that. Let's just see unless the video brings it up again, but we'll have to see what's going on, so let's keep
around a lot of different content creators like Neon and Sneeko and influencers. I hate that word. And she has millions of followers on every platform. Well, at some point she started dating Jynxzi, they got together, and they started making content together.
Did you tell her you have a 1mm defeat?
1 millimeter?
No, come on. There's no way you believe that.
Micro penis?
No, god damn.
So now they're dating, things seem to be going well. He goes on the Full Send podcast and talks about the relationship, and during this he basically says like, yeah, you know what, I'm in it to win it. I really like her, we're locked in, we're going steady. And it's also revealed that I guess Steiny...
Oh, okay, I guess to elaborate further on my previous contention, because that would reflect their priorities in the moves they make, right? She'd be more apt to get with someone like Jynxzi for the sake of the clout that's associated with him, not because of the substance of the relationship. Let's just say either of them not been known. Both of them, let's just say in a hypothetical reality. Both of them didn't have the platform, weren't as successful. Do you really see them getting together? Do you really see this girl even just acknowledging someone like Jynxzi's existence? I don't think so. I guess that is what I was alluding to with my previous contention, but people could see just off of what she does, I guess, that in itself would be, oh, she's just trying to use you for attention. Let's see if the video gets into that. Let's see if I'm right.
Tiny, the trust fund kid from Nelk, tried to get with her before.
Do you have a so what, you're locked?
Yeah, I mean, like...
Yeah, I'm locked in. But do you have a crush on her or what? Yeah, like what the
dude, I thought I was dating her.
So I think there must be an issue there. I wasn't gonna say anything, but since you said it, I mean...
Steiny's probably really jealous. I think he's just playing it off. But
So,
holy, Steiny,
tell the truth.
Steiny, you asked her on a date, didn't you?
like a couple months ago?
No, I did, yeah.
Just one? Wait.
It was like
2 a.m., bro, so don't, like, get ahead of yourself. It wasn't like a 4 p.m. thought-out text. It was like a...
Yo,
No, I don't care.
yo, what are you
Dude,
doing right now?
It's obvious.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with everything that's going on here. All these dudes who are pining for the same girl. Dudes in the Nelk, which, come on, they're not the best of people, being real here. But what does that mean? That was a 2 a.m. text. I just wasn't in it. But 4 p.m., that makes more sense. What the hell? You're the same person. Control yourself, dude. Control yourself, Nelk boy. What's wrong with you? Also, if you're in a position where you have all these types of things, why are you going for girls like that? Now, this is a vain argument that I'm about to make, a superficial argument, but it's like, come on. If she didn't look like that, would you really be going for it? It's the looks that single-handedly determine people's like reaction to her in that context. If they were in that position of further influence and actually try to reach out to someone like you, really, come on. Try to be a little bit more substantial than that. It makes it hard for me to feel bad for people who get locked into stuff like this and then to get screwed by it, because it's like, dude, you were just enamored by the vanity aspect of things. There's so many other girls out there that are so much deeper, so much more substantial, yet people like her, Jynxzi's ex, are the types of people that many people are pining for. It's like, come on, guys. A lot of these girls even look the same basic model type internet influencer. It's like, no thank you, dude.
It's obvious she's a pretty sought-after girl, so that's not surprising. But Jynxzi seems to be doing well. Brecky seemingly was doing well, too.
Shizzy stick it in her plasma pink, romantic cat face. BTW sit on my face till I suffocate.
There were some people in the comments making fun of him because she has an OnlyFans, which is to be expected. Man, I'm sure she makes buckets of money from this stuff. But overall, things seem pretty good with them at least, right? Apparently the OnlyFans thing didn't really bother him. He was like, whatever, I don't care. But eventually, other streamers started making fun of him for dating her, and
I don't personally have a problem with the OnlyFans stuff, but that's also motivated by my priorities when it comes to the standards I hold myself to in regards to that entanglement. I wouldn't get into a relationship. I don't really believe in that stuff. I don't believe in the commitment stuff. I'm totally open to just messing with someone and just getting with here or there, getting with people here and there based on, you know, how well I vibe and all those things. But how well you vibe with them is a huge component. But it's like, through a monogamous purview, huge red flag. If you're trying to lock yourself to someone, why are you okay with them parading themselves around in the internet half naked for money? I don't have a problem with that, but through a monogamous purview, I could see there being issues there, because isn't an intrinsic aspect to the monogamy the exclusivity? Isn't it you're actually tying yourself to this person and you guys are specific to each other? You'd think. I don't know, when you try to introduce these more open values to the more, you know, standard, traditional idea of monogamy, I feel like you're gonna run into a lot of snafus. I feel like that's just inevitable, but that's just me. Let's keep going.
and for her past. Clicks, for example, is one of his peers, and he posted an old picture of him writing his name on her chest. He was writing Clicks on her tits, basically. And that was obviously as a means of trolling Jynxzi a little bit, as a means of riling him up, and Jynxzi was obviously upset.
Wait, did it get serious?
What happened? It's just a troll, by the way. Like, I swear it's actually a troll. I deleted it. It's like full troll. It was a year and a half ago. It was full troll.
It's a year and a half ago.
If you're actually mad, I'll delete it. If you're actually mad, I'll delete it. It was just a troll. I can't lie.
If I'm mad, you'll delete it.
Wait, if you're actually mad, I'll delete it.
Wait, so like, if it was a year and a half ago, wait, why tweet it? Why tweet it 3 minutes ago?
Oh my god. It's just a troll.
Ron, you're gonna get your money. Don't worry. Clicks. I might just send Ron 5K.
What?
Wait, Clicks. No. What is this? Clicks. No. I'll give you your money. Clicks.
Weird.
Here's how you get your money.
That is weird.
Here's how you get your money. I got you. Here's how you get your money. Because this is actually weird, bro. This is actually weird.
It's not weird. You're making it weird.
You know it's weird. You know it's weird. You know it's weird.
It's a full troll.
Clicks, you know it's weird. It's good though. No. You know you're being weird. You know you're being weird.
Now, on one hand, you could say this was pretty light ribbing from Clicks.
I don't understand, dude. How is him signing her? Is it because like they could have alludes to something further? She has an OnlyFans. You're cool with that, but not this guy signing her tits. What about like if she does like an OnlyFans meetup? Just the fact that people pay so that they can jerk off to her pictures, you're okay with that, but not this other thing? Also, that was weird. That was awkward. I like how it's like none of them are very articulate, so like you just hear them repeat the same shit over and over again, and like miscommunication is inevitable with these people. It's like, it's just weird. That's not weird at this guy's... It is weird, given context to that you were in a relationship with this person, but like, given the other context, is it as weird? This person's putting pictures of themselves online half naked for people to pay money for them, yet you get offended when the guy signs her tits? It's just, I don't get what's going on. Where are the priorities? It's all just like abstract. Like ground it and have some like standards to conduct yourself based off of. So when you run into shit like this, you have more of a more concrete way or concrete definition of how you should react to these types of things. That's odd. All this stuff's weird. Let's keep going.
Pretty light ribbing from Clicks. On the other hand, you could say, oh, well, she has an OnlyFans, so Jynxzi's going to be made fun of for this. My stance is more just, if Clicks is his friend, going after his girlfriend, basically calling her is a shitty move, even given the OnlyFans thing, right? But generally speaking, from a friend to a friend, it makes sense why Jynxzi would be pissed off, and this actually ruined their friendship. They did not talk after this. They were not friends, and Jynxzi publicly was like, yeah, this guy was a shithead to me. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
I genuinely did consider myself friends with Clicks. Like, we did, it wasn't a lot, but, you know, we called off stream about other shit. Like, I was asking about, like, just some other shit, like...
What's with the edit here? Why is his face... Why has he got a fat head in this? I like this, Tom. This is funny, the way that you're showing all this stuff. I very much do like your stuff, Tom. Oh, man.
Fortnite shit. Yeah. Like, I did consider Clicks, like, a friend, so... I would say, like, I expect that behavior from, like, a 11-year-old on Twitter, a 14-year-old on TikTok. But I feel like if you're a streamer, and Clicks is a big streamer, like one of the, like, probably top 15 streamer in the world, in America, like, you have to understand, like, your platform. And, like, when you're doing it all live like that, you're just kind of throwing me in. Because I don't get into, like, beef with streamers. Like, I feel like there's no other course of action. And what you were saying about the apology... It wasn't a real apology. He said it like 6 times. So he said, I'm sorry you got mad. Like, I'm sorry you got mad. That's not an apology.
Jynxzi chose Brecky over Click.
That's just like, who do you think is your crowd? You're interacting with people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of playing video games. And you don't expect a bunch of childish nonsense? You play video games for a living, dude. Children watch you. You think they're gonna vibe and be influenced by like mature adults? Like, what do you think is like the I don't want to say the crust, the gunk of your what it is that people know you based off of? The gunk, the substance. I can't even use the word substance because that alludes to a little bit more. You're just playing video games and having fun reactions. There's no insight. There's no like actual comedy. It's all comedy. It's all entertainment. Yet you expect. Granted, that's a fair expectation, have your friends not be dickheads, and you should filter through that, but it's like, come on, have some degree of an expectation as to what you're running into, given what you do, given the people that you associate with. It's just weird.
Brecky over Clicks. He chose his relationship over his former friend. He made that decision. And because people could tell that this bothered Jynxzi, trolls began to target him for it. They would hop on voice call and basically just try to get him to rage, which they did get.
Don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not 1v1ing you. Play the game.
You're so washed, and you wifed up a thought?
Okay,
oh,
no.
Damn.
Yo. Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, apologize like a good apologize like a good I like that. Apologize like a good I like that.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey,
my bad.
I'll 1v1 you for 10,000. I'll 1v1 you for 10,000.
In fairness, this is half of what Jynxzi does. It's basically his job to rage, right? He plays it up, he freaks out on stream, he screams at the top of his lungs. He's a very, like, you know, people call him the white Kai Cenat for a reason. So it's hard to tell if this random chatter genuinely bothered him.
Yeah, but come on. He's a little bit touchy. He's a little bit sensitive. Again, know your crowd, know your people. You don't Like, if they know that they can hit a weak spot in something that you do, which is very toxic, because there's always a lot of trash talk. I've seen a good amount of his videos. Expect that. I guess he just doesn't really have too much experience with this part of his life, so, and it's kind of, these features of this part of his life are exacerbated given what he does and how he's known and the way that people react to him, just his influence in the world. So, yeah, he's gotta kind of toughen up.
He screams at the top of his lungs. He's a very, like, you know, people call him the white Kai Cenat for a reason. So it's hard to tell if this random chatter genuinely bothered him or if he was just playing it up for views. But the point stands that people did smell blood in the water and they wanted to make fun of him for it, even if they liked him. They saw it as an easy way to go after him and get him riled up. And so people started doing what they do online, speculating about the relationship and what would happen. Keemstar, for example, the king of the gnomes, the king of the gnome army, he posted saying, bro posted 3 pics of him and his girlfriend, but the girl only posted 1 pic of him hidden in between her selfies. Red flag, abort, abort. A lot of people replied basically shitting on Keem for even caring about a 22-year-old's relationship and just saying, oh, who cares? It's not a big deal. You know, they're basically...
Yeah, Keem is a rat. That guy's an awful person, so just don't... His opinion is irrelevant. His opinion should be irrelevant. You shouldn't heed that to any degree, but it is, I guess it's just a talking point, riles up the water, makes it more toxic. Because that's just what people do.
You know, they're basically just like, who gives a f? You're 40. You're 40 and you're bald, right? That's what they're saying. That's the own. Which he is those things.
You got fucking Turkey Tom. These are fucking nerds. These nerds write essays in school, right? And then they go on YouTube and do their little essays. In 1994...
It seems like, in this case, though, maybe Keemstar was right. On May 16th, it came out that apparently the two had broken up. The relationship seemingly lasted for 3 months or so, and then, for whatever reason, it just didn't go beyond that. It didn't work out. But obviously, because these are two very famous people, in fact, some of the 2 most famous people online, she has like 2 million on Instagram, 3 million on TikTok. He's got a huge following everywhere he goes. Everyone wanted to know what the deal was. Everyone speculates on drama, on gossip. On his Snapchat story after the breakup, Jynxzi was clearly going through it, having a very rough time. Bro was down bad. Skull emoji. Meanwhile, Brecky is on a plane to go somewhere else. Basically, people took this as him taking the relationship much more seriously than she was. Meanwhile, the most popular quote tweet just said, "You dated a dumbass." People ragged on him for having an OF girlfriend. They called her XYZ, you know, insert name for promiscuous woman online here. At the end of the day, we don't really know what went on in the relationship. We don't know any of the behind the scenes stuff, so who knows what the details are. But seeing as Jynxzi is a young wigga just trying to make his way in the world, I honestly, I'm gonna give a hot take, I feel bad for him. You know, breakups suck. Should he have dated her? Probably not. But we've all dated people that we know we shouldn't have. Except for me. I don't speak to women. I just lock them inside of my car and then connect the muffler to the window with a hose.
I don't speak to women. I kill them in my car through asphyxiation. Jesus. Oh, do I feel bad? Not really. Because, especially given context, not so much because she's, well, people call her prostitute, not because she does OnlyFans, it's just like, just the vanity part of it, just the dating and such. I don't really have much sympathy when it comes to all that stuff. I've been through that type of stuff, and it's like, a lot of the stuff that I, like, that was, a lot of it was, the way that it made me feel was my fault. That was on me. When it comes to this guy, it's harder to feel bad for him, because it's like, dude, you're rich and famous. Get another one. Find more. Mess around, see what you like. Don't just jump head in. You have access, you have options. People would be willing to reach out to you. And then you could more accessibly filter through the garbage and find something that like works for you. But like, if you base it solely off of the vanity, which clearly the way that she looked had a huge effect. Almost was the determining factor in him getting with this person. It's like, all right, dude. If you got with somebody a little bit more substantial, who had a little bit deeper of a character, I would feel a little bit more pity for this person. But no, I don't feel too bad. He's got it good, and he can have it even better if he just figures out how to control this part of his life.
Maybe this will be a learning experience for Jynxzi about, you know, relationships and posting them online and the kind of girls he dates, right? Maybe this will be a big learning experience for him. But given everyone talking about it, Jynxzi felt like he needed to make a real, clear, concise statement. So he posted a video.
I'm gonna say, Tom, you've got a lot of really good points, dude. You're fucking on the money. You are very much right about a lot of things that you say. And I kind of envy your ability to be more compassionate than me. I need to definitely work on that a little bit. Not so much for other people's sake, but for my sake. I feel like compassion is a more healthy emotion to have than well, callousness, indifference. It's ups and downs to both. Up to the callousness because you don't care, but it doesn't feel good to not really care. You kind of want to care about things. On the other hand, compassion is good because it's like more of a positive emotion that's good for your own mental, but like it's not good because if you care about stuff, you're gonna constantly be feeling like garbage because a lot of stuff that happens where it's just like, damn, that sucks, there's nothing I can do about it. And feeling bad about it or for this other person doesn't really do too much for me. So ups and downs to both, but I do kind of envy your level of compassion.
Posted a video on his YouTube channel actually talking about the breakup and going a little bit in depth.
Hey, I wasn't really going to make a video on this, but I feel like I have to. The first thing I want to say is I did not get cheated on. I did not get lied to. I did not get taken advantage of. I know that's a lot of people's immediate perception, and that's the first thing people think of, but none of that happened. When I tell you that she is a good girl and she's a good person, I'm not just saying that. I promise you I wouldn't tell you guys that if I didn't mean it. If I felt like I got screwed over, I would tell you. I didn't get screwed over. The main reason why the relationship didn't work was simply because at first I didn't put in as much effort as she put in. And it's not her fault at all. It's majority my fault.
So basically, he's actually saying it's his fault, and he didn't try hard enough in the beginning, and that's why the relationship fell apart later on. He was too busy playing Rainbow Six Siege and acting like a banshee.
Wait, Alexa! What did I do to deserve this?
He didn't have time for her. And honestly, that's pretty respectable. You know, as a 22-year-old, I think your primary focus should probably be not relationships. It should probably be your job, getting a career.
But how's that fair? What about her? You have different ways of making money, and this is what's required of you guys getting what you have. Because let's be honest, I mean, you could argue that's the most important part. You guys wouldn't be together without any of that stuff. But it's like, what about her? The OnlyFans stuff, the social media posting? Would it be fair for the other way, that same rhetoric to be applied the other way around? She didn't put enough effort in, but like, that's not what's being said. But even still, it's like, you both got your stuff that's going on. Make it work. Quit being so demanding. Also, the previous argument I made about the compassion. I could be compassionate usually towards more towards things that are a little bit more important than this, but I feel like on the fringe of that, when it comes to petty stuff like this, I should be a little bit more compassionate and understanding. I almost have like my own like vitriol when it comes, because it's like people in these tiers of society I don't feel as bad for, in contrast to other people who don't have nearly as much. It's much easier for people like this. Life is in general, because of all the stuff that's afforded to them. Everyone goes through the same thing. Not to say that money single-handedly solves your problems, but it makes solving tackling those problems considerably more accessible than it is for your average person. So I don't have nearly as much compassion for people like in Jynxzi's position versus the average person, because the average person doesn't really have as much to turn to when they're faced with the same problems that they both go through. It's the same for everyone. I guess to clarify that, yeah, I guess what I said before, is that a fair thing for him to hold against himself? We don't know what the girl's saying. I would like to hear her opinion on it, but she may not have ever shared her opinion on it anywhere.
Getting a career, having a reputation, you know, sorted out, whether that's in a normal job or a content creation job. I don't think you want to put too much importance on relationships at that age. You know, just have fun, right? You're young, you got energy, it's time to get stuff done. You can find the right girl when you're a little older.
All I want to say is, at the end of the day, if you guys do seriously love me and care about me, just leave her alone and leave her out of this, because I promise you, majority of the reason why the relationship didn't work was because of me, okay? And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. When I tell you that she cared about me more than I ever knew I could be cared about and loved, I genuinely mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I can tell when someone actually cares about me. I can see through a lot of that. And she always did care, and she always did love me. So the relationship, it's not completely over, and I don't want to give up on it. But I just wanted to update you guys because a lot of people have the wrong perception and they're attacking her when at the end of the day, I'm hurt, but she's hurt too. So I think if you do care about me and do love me, just leave her alone and move on with your life.
Sorry to stop you there. I don't entirely agree. You can't really tell if somebody really does care about you or like you. You'd be surprised, especially through the lens of emotion. You just can't know somebody's intentions. You're just gonna have to run into it when you run into it, and the best that you can do is react. But plus, everyone handles things in a different way, and the way that they handle things, you know, people can perceive that in whichever way they perceive it, right? She seems like, just from surface level up, that she's handling this way better than he is. But again, this is from where we're coming from. We haven't had their personal experience. We don't know what's going on between them. But what he said by itself, I mean, he didn't say it about, just in general, people can tell. He said he could tell when somebody cares about him, which, I don't know. I don't think that's the case for just humans in general. I don't think you can really know. People could be in relationships for years and years, and then suddenly, oh, the opposite of everything that I thought and maintained up to this point occurred. That happens so goddamn frequently. You can't know. So I guess just take everything with a grain of salt. Doubt certain things. Take it to the heart, sure, but like, know that it may not be there forever, and that it may just be your perception of that thing that you've tied closely to your heart. All right, let's go.
So I think if you do care about me and do love me, just leave her alone and move on with your life. And to the people that genuinely do love me and support me, I love you guys so much. And thank you.
And you know, it seems like a pretty noble thing to do, defending her. He's her white knight. All right, I'm kidding. I think Jynxzi seems like a good guy. And he even says the relationship may not be over forever. So you're saying there's a chance. Now, in these situations, you know, for Jynxzi, he's obviously frustrated with people speculating about it and making fun of him for it. And, you know, from his perspective, he's like, oh, well, people are shitting on me and my girl. I got to make a statement. But Jynxzi, if you're watching this at all, I have some advice, brother. All right. Hey, brother. Hey now, brother. All right. I have some serious sage advice. Okay. It's bad to publicize relationship drama. People online will eat you alive for it, spread rumors, twist the truth, because that's how the internet works. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, it just is. People like gossip. I know this better than anyone else. I'm a drama channel. So my recommendation is that if the online ecosystem is going to do what it does regardless, right? You have to mitigate your exposure to this kind of thing. You have to prevent yourself from being vulnerable to these people. You don't actually owe them an explanation for anything. You're a YouTuber. This is your job. It can be fun and cool to do relationship content, but if the relationship ends, especially if you're dating an OnlyFans girl, you will expose yourself to mockery. So just date girls and don't tell the world who you're dating. Or don't date an OnlyFans girl. Or don't publicize the breakup in any way. Any little tidbit.
Dude, Tom, I'm a fan of you. Great advice, man. That dude, good shit. Although I can't really say that this is brutal. This is rather elementary. There's nothing too serious about this, you know, clicks. But yeah, you're on the fucking money with that, dude. 100%. Good advice.
Little tidbit that you give, people will use to try and own you and make fun of you. And it may bite you in the ass later on. So don't reveal yourself to the enemy. Don't show your hand. That's how you avoid things like this causing issues for you. That's how you avoid old clips like this where she's hanging out with Sneeko from biting you in the ass.
I really like your toes. Wait, the camera's off, so you can do the thing now. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, no, the camera's not on. The camera's on me right now. I don't want to flash my vagina.
That's how you avoid old stuff like clicks writing on her chest from biting you in the ass. You don't make a relationship public. Now, Jynxzi seems to be kind of down bad about this. He's not streamed as of me writing this for days after the breakup. He says he's sick, and that could be the case. But even if he is sick, he's definitely still processing and thinking about the breakup and what happened and what he could do better. You know, maybe what he did to her, maybe what she did to him, maybe how he could have changed how he, you know, publicized this relationship. I'm gonna come out here and give a controversial hot take, okay? And say, I like Jynxzi, and I want the best for him. But in the future, if things like this are gonna happen, there are things you can do to mitigate the problem from becoming bigger. And also, probably don't date an OnlyFans girl. Honestly, you're gonna feel jealous when you're with her. You're gonna be mocked online for it. You've probably mocked OnlyFans girls in the past, so dating them might be a bad idea. And generally, there's a sea of women out there you have access to that you can date. Why get in—
Yes to everything that you're saying, especially the dating. You can mess around, but that's not the type of person Jynxzi is from what I've gathered. So find somebody who's seemingly more substantial, who doesn't get into that type of stuff. And yes, everything else he says, don't publicize it, don't get it out to the world. People are gonna have their opinions. It's gonna exacerbate your emotional turmoil tenfold, both the ups and the downs. So yeah, that's the whole thing. You're dating and only for just, you can like have fun with them, but like, yeah, what I said at the beginning of the video, it does seem counterintuitive to the exclusivity of monogamy. If you're going to be dating somebody who sells pictures of themselves naked online, like, what did you expect, dude? Come on. Yeah.
That you can date. Why get involved with one that could cause these major issues? Sure, in the short term, there's some benefits for making content with her, but in the future, when you break up or something bad happens, it can become a whole, you know, downward spiral. Why get involved with a person that could cause major issues for you? There's just no real reason to do that. Or if you're gonna do it, if nobody can stop you, you don't have to stream with her, you don't have to make content with her, just keep your relationship private. You know, relationship details becoming public can make things much more complicated. It can make breakups and whatever you experience from that relationship much more complicated. You know, relationships aren't really meant to be in the public eye. They're not meant to be looked at by thousands and thousands of people. That makes things worse. And probably don't publicly post about your breakup with her. Probably a bad idea. I like Jynxzi. I wish him the best. Hopefully, going forward, he doesn't have these kind of issues, you know. Despite my obvious stance that, you know, OnlyFans is probably not a net positive for the world, and my general stance that I think dating these girls is probably a bad idea. If you're gonna do it, if I can't stop you, you gotta mitigate what you're gonna do when you go through these problems. I've been Turkey Tom, or Tom Dark, sorry. I've been Tom Dark. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.
Alrighty. Yeah, subscribe to Tom, Turkey Tom. Love this guy. He's fucking amazing. Link will be in the description. Everything that he's saying is absolutely on point. It's like, and it doesn't mean you can't like interact with girls who do OnlyFans stuff. Just have fun with them, but only treat it as that. Don't put them close to your heart. Yeah, dude, like nothing really more needs to be said. He got point by point by point, he's on the fucking mark. So, cool.